Good morning. Good morning. We're just waiting for the other stream to go live here, just going on different platforms. How's everyone doing today? Special day for actually our little guy, our son. He's turning 15 today. Can't believe that time flies so fast. And, he's it's 15th birthday. Isn't it funny how hopefully everyone's having a breakfast as well? So welcome, welcome. But yeah, isn't it funny how were when we were little that we wanted to hurry things up. We wanted to hurry things up to do the big things. When we're little, we're like, when I grow up, I wish I'm going to be this, or I can do this, or I can do that. And but once we're in our older years, like in our 50s, like I'm in my 50s and in 60s, we want time to slow down, right? We want to enjoy more of it, and we want to enjoy more of the things that are happening around us. And on the drive to and from school, my kids and I, we usually have a conversation about what we imagine life would be when they're older. Like, what would they want to do? What would they want to be? Where would they want to travel? What are some of the things that they would like to probably see themselves doing? And it usually starts around, what would be the perfect spot to live. Like my daughter says, I want to live in Maine. I want to live in Maine, USA, or Paris. She always dreamt of the Eiffel Tower when she was little. And my son would be like, oh, Hawaii. Hawaii would be really cool, or even California, overlooking the coast, right, overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Or then we talk about their dream job. What would they want to drive? Of course, my son loves cars, so he's like, oh, I would want to have this car and that car, and then what they want to work towards. And I reminded them that's okay, right? It's okay to want anything to have everything you want, but you also have to make sure that you're there to lift others up as well, right? You have to lift others up as well along that journey, and think of all the things to have. Uh, Other than think of all the things to have as a perfect adult life, that's nice to have. Hey, Brent, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you had a great weekend. But yeah, like we're as adults, we look back and of all the things that we wish things would be perfect when we grew up. And so Salvador Dali said it perfectly. Say, don't be afraid of perfection. You'll never attain it. When I first read that, I was like, wow, but it is true. Don't be afraid of perfection. You'll never attain it. Because it sounds kind of like a downer, right? It sounds like, oh, well, why even strive towards it, right? But it shouldn't be, right? Because even my wife, she works really hard to bake the perfect cake. She's always experimenting. She's always trying different things, create the new recipe, or create, harvest the perfect veggies, right? We're always experimenting. We're always trying to, again, perfect the perfect tomato. And my son wants to play the perfect game. He's a gamer, with his fellow friends online. My daughter dedicates herself to, her artwork, right? She wants to create artwork and whatever in her mind is perfection, right? So, but what areas are we striving for perfection? Are we striving for that perfect body? Everyone wants a perfect body. Everyone wants to have, great, the perfect complexion, right? Um, Perfect grades. We want high grades. And we see it on TV all the time. We have the perfect game, a no hitter in baseball. That's all the pitchers want to strive for that, right? Every pitcher wants that. And perfection means different things to everyone. And that's the thing, is that perfection is a word that we use all the time. And maybe that's the problem, right? It causes us to overwork, and really kind of weigh ourselves down. We're never going to be happy, because no matter how great of a job we do, we're always thinking that there's a better version, right? And this can lead to burnout. It can lead to anxiety. It can even lead to illness, right? It can actually make us sick from all the stress. And so, thanks, June. Hey, June, thanks for tuning in and watching. But our but that's what makes us unique, right? We're not perfect. Humans are not perfect, and that's what makes us very, very different from one another. In our kind of like our dents and our dings, like a car, right? It distinguishes us from the next person lining up in the cashier, right? It makes us very unique, and with our own stories and our own journey, and our own goals and dreams. And you know, it's important. It's important to do our best job that we can with anything we're doing. But for me, learning on the job as a parent and as a husband, I know I need to do the best job I can, but I don't expect myself to know how to be perfect at everything, right? I don't know even how to be a perfect dad or a perfect spouse. It's just you're learning on it as you go, and you just get a little bit better and a little bit better. And hopefully you get to a point where more things work out than they don't, right? So it should not discourage us from striving towards something, towards everything we dream of. But we're gonna make a lot of mistakes along the way, and that's guaranteed. And it's after making these mistakes that we learn. So the next time we face something similar, we kind of know a little bit better how to kind of improve ourselves and know where to pivot and where to adjust. So share in the comments with one thing that you've always wanted to perfect, but you know that it's okay if you don't get there or if you don't get to that level, right? As long as you're moving forward and that you're making strides into whatever you're doing, I think that that's all we can do. So if these M&M's motivation mornings have been helping you, please share them. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, and have an awesome day. Have an awesome start to the week. And don't forget to be better, be bigger, and be the change that people are looking for. So take care, and I'll see you again soon.